22.
For informational purposes only, actual results may vary. No statement contained herein shall constitute tax, legal, or investment advice. Advisory services offered through Boss Retirement Advisors and SEC Registered Investment Advisor. Insurance products and services offered through Boss Retirement Solutions.
Progressive knows it ain't easy navigating the open plains of home insurance, but there is one man who can help tame that wild herd of options. The Home Quote Explorer.
Note, Progressive's Home Quote Explorer is not a real person, but an online tool that lets you compare home insurance.
He's the type of feller who helps you decide on the right insurance, even if it ain't with him.
Again, not a person, just an online tool that helps you find great home coverage.
A real pioneer.
Okay, fine. Just do the thing. Yeah! Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. Plus, get a free base with select mattress purchases. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. There is debris on the road, I-15 southbound to I-80 eastbound in Salt Lake. The right lanes and shoulder are blocked. There's a crash on US 189 westbound in Heber in Wasatch County, and a crash I-15 westbound at the I-15 interchange in Salt Lake. The ramp and left lane are blocked. Fire is still closing the road near Beaver, SR 153. Also in both directions, SR 211 in San Juan County. Looking for a new ride? Doug Smith offers great savings on new and used vehicles. Big selections, great prices, and great people. Visit us in American Fork, Spanish Fork, Linden, or at heydoug.net. Temperatures will rise from the low 90s to the upper 90s by Sunday, and there could be a mountain pop-up shower this afternoon. And then next week, thunderstorms in the mountains chances will go up Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Right now in downtown Salt Lake City, it is 82 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. I'm Tammy Kikuchi, KSL News Radio, 102.7 FM, 1160 AM, and KSLNewsRadio.com, Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Lights, camera, action. It's the KSL Movie Show.
Is that the only monologue that you got?
The week's big movie review.
I'm all over it, G.
Movie news, games, and prizes.
Start talking and talk fast.
Here's Andy Farnsworth.
Andy's a real special kid.
And Valerie Cameron.
Look who knows so much, huh?
On KSL News Radio, 102.7 FM and 1160 AM.
Welcome to the movie show on this 4th of July weekend. Val Cameron, we're here. We're live.
Before we get started, I just want to give a visual description of what Andy looks like today. He's
Let's go to the big movie of the week.
Yeah. But before that,
I went full dad mode since it's kind of a sort of a half vacation day. So I've got a rubber duck surfing shirt.
It's like a turquoise blue color.
I wore it on my cruise.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It has ducks all over it, so you know I'm a fan.
And then I've got cargo shorts, of course, because no self-respecting dad goes without cargo shorts.
And you've got dad shoes on.
My legs aren't very tan, so there's a lot of white showing. And then I've got white socks and some tennis shoes on, or they're actually my walking shoes.
They're your dad sneaks.
They are. So
it's lovely.
I've got a little bit more of a relaxed vibe. We're going to have, if you can be more relaxed of a vibe on the movie show, we're going for it today. And Val, of course, is dressed elegantly in a dress with red shoes that match. So
I wanted to be like festive, red.
She knew she was going to be on our webcam. If you follow us on the KSL News Radio app or stream us. Are we streaming on YouTube now? We might be.
We might be.
I don't know. I better figure that out. We are streaming on YouTube. So if you're watching
YouTube.
us on YouTube, all right. But
Did
for the
you say
rest of us, I said, hey. For the rest of us who are listening on the radio, we are live today. We're excited. We've got great things coming up on the movie show today, including we've got tickets. Somebody in Telephone Torture is going to win a chance to see Moana early.
And not just one person, a family 4-pack of tickets to see it early.
Somebody and 3 of their friends, spouse, and or children. is
You
going
decide.
to get to see Moana before it comes out next week.
So exciting.
Yes, but that's during Telephone Torture. That's ages away. We got to get to our big movie of the week, which technically opened on Wednesday, and it is from Universal and Illumination, and it is Minions and Monsters.
James, you have a real gift for filmmaking.
Eureka! Knockout movie! Un movie de minions con monsters! I'm Gary Orcam Oliver Magma Ichabod the Deceiver, but my friends just call me Goomby for short. I know the perfect monsters for your movie! Let's go!
Okay, so here we've got the third entry in the Minions franchise. They're cute, they're hilarious, they were made popular in the Despicable Me franchise. And now we get a standalone for the Minions. Now, I'm very torn on this. I do think this was a big improvement on the first Minions movie, which I'm not a huge fan of. I don't think it was quite as good as The Rise of Gru, which I liked a lot better. And because I also like the Despicable Me and I like the character of Gru and all that, and this one doesn't have Gru or any of the Minions that we know.
Did you stay for
I believe I stayed for everything.
Then you missed Gru.
Well, he's not in the plot.
No, he's not.
Central
He's not
to
in the
anything.
movie. No, he's not in the movie.
But now I'll say this though: what it does well, it does very well. Now, the movie's story is set in old Hollywood. It's full of references to classic films, something that the grown-ups will enjoy. I certainly did. It's also filled with the slapstick humor the Minions are famous for, which the kids will eat up. The plot is a couple of Minions decide they want to make a scary movie. So they use a spell book to conjure up a monster epic enough for their movie's vision, and then, of course, it gets out of control. For me, this movie is exactly what you'd expect. I did laugh a bunch, especially at the Hollywood references. I loved it. There's a reference to Citizen Kane that I thought was just hilarious.
So funny.
And I honestly kind of love that there's a bunch of jokes that all the little kids that are laughing at everything are not going to get even in the slightest. I do like some of my humor to be exclusive. Like if I get it, I feel like I know more than other people.
Wow.
So I like that a lot. But I also got a little bored watching
did
it
you?
at times. I really did. And my teenagers, though, they thought it was hilarious. They raved about it all the way home. And it's certainly no Toy Story 5.
No.
But it is good enough for who it's aimed at. And that's what matters to me. I was more happy that my kids enjoyed it and just thought it was like amazing. That's why I would go to this, not necessarily because I really want to see what happens with the Minions. Because here's my criticism. They're better as side characters. They were always side characters. They don't even speak English. It's watching a foreign film with no subtitles. And yes, if you know Spanish, you'll actually get a lot more of the things that they're saying. But what works well is they're in the old Hollywood era when they're silent films, so they're actually funnier because you just get the visual slapstick with no worry about what they're saying. But then when they're going to talk, how do you make a movie that's a foreign film with no subtitles? I just have never been a big fan of that for the Minions. I think there should be a Minion short in front of every Universal film rated PG-13 and less every single time. That's where they work best. So I was a little split on this one. What did you think?
So for me, I really loved that they used a bunch of different animation styles. I thought that was really fun. And I don't have an issue with all of the blah-bitty blah-blahs because I followed the story just fine, but there is some controversy about this because there is some English words in this. And before, there were no actual languages anytime that you hear the Minions. It was just Minion language. So some people that are just totally into super fans are having a little bit of an issue that they actually added a couple of languages. There's also, I believe, a little bit Italian, a little bit of French in there as well that I heard. So there's a couple different languages and English.
It was based on Spanish a little bit.
Yes.
Spain Spanish specifically.
Yes.
Because the animator, the original creators either lived in Spain or something like that. I don't remember the full lore. But that's why I was able to understand a few of the things they were saying because I speak Portuguese. And I was like, oh, okay. And you can use the visual cues to put everything together.
And I didn't have an issue with that because I thought the visuals, just like any movie from the 1920s, it was all in the body action. It was all within everything that surrounds you in the screen and or on the screen and in the picture. So for me, I had a good time. Yes, were there moments that lulled? Yes. But I think it's because of me as an adult. I think for kids, they still would have giggled. They still would have had a good time. I sat in the theater alone for this one, and I didn't fall asleep, which was really good because I really didn't think I was going to love it. I have no issues with the Gru movies and, all of that. I don't mind that they're on their own. I did think it was kind of cute. Do we need another one? No. I'm with you on thinking that we need the shorts and having them as sidekicks, but I do think this one-off was super cute. I think that kids are going to love it. Parents are going to, like you said, appreciate a bunch of different moments in the film. For this, it was a solid B for me.
Okay. And I went, so I gave it an A for kids based on my kids' reaction.
Okay.
And I gave it a B- for grown-ups because I just think more grown-ups are going to go to this to take the kids than they are. Like Toy Story, I feel like everybody goes to watch it and really enjoy the story together. That's why I say it's no Toy Story 5. And that's not, I almost feel bad because it's not a fair critique because they're not the same kind of movies, really. But when you've just had Toy Story 2 weeks ago that shows you a movie that can be all ages appropriate, all ages enjoyable, then to have this come out right after, it's almost a disservice to Minions.
Well, but you have
because they're funny. I like them.
You have some fans that aren't as big Disney fans as they are Illumination fans, and vice versa. And
are there some?
Yes,
really?
Yes, there are some out there that like these movies more than Disney movies. I know it's hard to believe, but they're out there. That's why these movies keep getting made, right?
Well,
and so I think that super fans are going to really love it, but they are going to think that, okay, where are some of our favorite characters? But I do like a couple of the things because as you go into figuring out who these characters were, and I have to say that I really loved that we actually had more names to the characters. That's really fun for me. But they're taking people through a museum, and they give us all of these references of other movies, other characters. Yes. I do want to give them a little spoiler here, but George Lucas shows up, and I don't want to tell you what's happening, but he shows up,
and it's his voice. Yeah.
It is his voice. It is him. So for me, there's enough there that it was fun for me. The story that gets you into the Minions world is very creative. So yeah, solid B from me.
Okay, that is Minions and Monsters, and by the way, it has taken in $62 million worldwide already just since Wednesday, and we're only on Wednesday and Thursday, it's already made $62 million worldwide. I'm pretty sure it'll be the #1 movie of the week, but it will be interesting to see how it and Toy Story shake out when the numbers are actually finished, because I know there's a lot of people that haven't even got to Toy Story yet. That we're thinking maybe we'll do that over the 4th of July weekend. Okay, so that is our big movie of the week, sponsored by Paris RV. It is Minions and Monsters. By the way, some of the other voice cast, Christoph Waltz was the director who shows the Minions how to do it. You've got Jeff Bridges in this, Jesse Eisenberg, Zoe Dutch. She's in everything right now, and she's going to be in another movie, I think, next week.
So fun. She's great.
That played at Sundance. Wasn't she in the Celebrity... Gail Daughtry in the Celebrity Sex Pass, Bobby Moynihan. So there was nothing that, and Allison Janney, I almost forgot to mention her. There was nothing that Universal skimped on the Minions, and they certainly haven't skimped on marketing, since you can't go anywhere without seeing. If you're an Xfinity customer, you've already gotten a bombardment of emails about the Minions. So that is it. We've still got to come the other movie this week that I've been asked about even more than Minions.
Yes.
We'll talk about at 11:30. That is Young Washington from Angel Studios. Also on the show, again, remember, we'll have Moana tickets coming. Somebody's going to win Moana tickets on Telephone Torture. And since it's a holiday, why don't we just give a quick look ahead to the subject?
Ooh, you're giving a subject?
Well, the theme.
Okay. You're
the
being
theme is a
super
monster
nice today.
movie. I am. And by the way, we actually have bonus. We got 2.
We do. We are super
we have 2
generous
prizes
this
today
week.
because it's the 4th of July weekend, and so we want someone else to also win the American Revolution, the PBS miniseries that's on DVD, and we are going to give that to whoever finishes second, whoever gives us the correct answer second.
And what a nice weekend to win that prize.
Exactly. So make sure you're listening at 12:35 as well. We're broadcasting live from My Hearing Centers in Sandy, and we've got Matt Deering here with us. And Matt, when we talk about people getting their hearing corrected, my question is always, especially for people who haven't listened to the movie show, maybe today we've got some extra listeners who normally would be at work and don't get the chance to listen in. What is the age that people ought to start getting their hearing checked regularly, even if they don't think they have any hearing issues?
Yeah, it's recommended after the age of 55 that you should have your hearing tested every year. Now, the reality is, if you don't have a hearing loss after that kind of 55, 56 first test, our audiologist provider. They're going to kind of give you an idea of how often they'd like you to come back in. Here's the great thing. We're doing free hearing evaluations. So it's just your time, right? It's going to take a little bit of your time. It's going to be easy to schedule, but come in, have your hearing tested. Again, even if it's just to get a baseline to track throughout the rest of your life, it's good to know where you're at today.
And you've got locations all up and down Utah along the Wasatch Front and down even as far as St. George.
That's right. And so if we're not where you are, I would be surprised. So give us a call, schedule your free hearing evaluation. Even if you're not 55 yet, and we have patients that are younger, and you think there's a problem, call. Have your hearing tested. We want to be here for the community to make sure that their health is taken care of. We'll talk more about health implications of people that don't get their hearing checked and corrected later, but it's really important. That's why we do it. If you do have a hearing loss, we'll let you try the new hearing aids risk-free for 30 days, and at the end of the 30 days, we'll give you some movie tickets as a thank you.
And we've got people in their late 40s now that have had headphones on their entire lives, earbuds in for the last few years. I mean, 55, we're jumping back in time to where people didn't put as many things in their ear and as many things on their head in their growing up years as people who are reaching this age now did.
Yeah, but those guys lived through the rock and roll shows.
Yeah, that's true too.
They had their own thing going on.
That's a good point. But now we've got both.
That's right. That's right. So again, if you feel like you have a hearing loss, your loved one might have a hearing loss, it's a great time to call. Come in with them. We're going to take care of them.
What's a great at-home hearing test?
The one where you come into the office.
Well, I get that, but
we do have a hearing test on our website.
No, I meant the preliminary test. Like, what's the way?
Oh,
I was trying to set you up for the hilarious thing you always share.
Oh, I don't remember what I'm supposed to share at this point in time. But
who's their hearing aid right now?
That's what I was going to get at.
Yeah,
anybody that has a hearing loss already has a hearing aid, and that's usually their spouse. Right, and you guys know what I'm talking about.
At-home hearing test.
Yeah, it's your at-home hearing test.
The at-home hearing test is the spouse going, you know what? This is actually a good idea. We need to go have this happen.
That's right. And we get just as many spouses calling for their loved one as we do get the person that actually ends up getting the hearing aid. So give us a call, schedule the free hearing evaluation. We'll make it really easy, and you're going to be able to hear life's moments a lot better.
All right. But to get this offer from My Hearing Centers, you've got to call during the movie show, 801-701-1629. That's 801-701-1629.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Usually when something sounds way too good to be true, it is. Imagine someone saying you can cut your mobile bill in half. Sounds like a fantasy, but with Xfinity Mobile, it's the real deal. Because when you have Xfinity Internet, you can cut your mobile bill in half, plus try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. That's a lot of streaming, sharing, scrolling, whatever else you can do with your phone, all for half the price and none of the commitment. That means you'll save big over Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Wild. Now all you have to do is think about how you'll spend all that extra money. Call 1-800-XFINITY, go to xfinitymobile.com, or visit your local Xfinity store to switch today. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Savings compare one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only after 12 months. Regular rates apply. Go to xfinitymobile.com.
Hi, it's Greg Skordas. What if I told you that 4 weeks from now, everything can feel different, including your energy, your weight, and the way your clothes fit? That's what Soda Dynamic Diet did for me, and that's what it will do for you. My first 4 weeks with Soda, I lost 18 pounds. After 7 weeks, I'd lost 30 pounds. Right now, listeners can get 4 weeks free when they call 866-800-SOTA and mention KSL Radio. Soda Diet and Nutrition teaches you how to let go of the weight and keep it off for a lifetime with no shots, no pills, just real food, expert guidance, and habits that last. Weight loss medications can cost a lot, and for many people, the bill does not end. Soda is different. Degreed nutritionists help you get the root cause of your challenges, guide you one-on-one, and teach you lifelong habits so that you can lose the weight without signing up for a lifetime bill. Get 4 weeks free when you call 866-800-SODA and mention KSL Radio. SOTA is, say it with me, state of the art.
The Movie Show. The Movie Show on KSL News Radio.
All right. We're halfway through the year, Val. It's hard to think that on Wednesday it was literally halfway to New Year's Day. And so on the movie show, we've watched a lot of movies so far. Have you counted up how many you've watched so far this year?
Oh
Do you
my
have a little
gosh.
tally?
No, I don't have a tally yet. I usually tally like in September when we get close to like voting.
Yes. Well, I haven't counted either. I probably could have my Letterboxd account added up for me. But sometimes when you rewatch something, then it throws, and I just only want to know the 2026 movies that I've seen. But we want to know, and this is our question of the week that's already gone out to our Movie Show Club listeners, what is the best movie you've seen in 2026 so far? I realize for some of you, maybe you've only seen 2 or 3 movies. That's okay. Tell us which one you liked the best. This can include, it doesn't say the best movie you've seen in theaters.
No, it could be streaming
so far,
as well.
because maybe you didn't get a chance to go till it came to streaming. And speaking of that, what is on streaming as of now?
Project Hail Mary, which I may or may not have already watched like 10 times.
On streaming already. I love it. And then I think something else just came out this week. The Super Mario Galaxy movie's coming to Peacock, but not till July 30th.
No, that's fine, whatever.
It's all the way in the future like that. But yes, Project Hail Mary is officially on Prime Video as of now. It was on MGM Plus this last month, but now it's to people who don't have MGM Plus subscriptions. Prime has it for themselves. And I'm noticing a theme so far.
Oh, really?
In the text of people saying their favorite movie of 2026 so far. In fact, there's basically a theme. It's almost unanimous. It's not unanimous.
Okay.
But it is almost unanimous. So what is yours, Val?
Mine is Project Hail Mary.
I think you kind of already said that when you said you've streamed it 10 times already since it came out. And you saw it in the theater just the once?
Just one time, but remember...
Because you're doing the movie show.
Yes, but remember, I have Pride and Prejudice as my movie that makes me feel better when I'm having a bad day. This has surpassed it right now.
Okay.
I have put Pride and Prejudice to the side. It's taken a breather, and now I'm watching...
You have told Kira to...
I said,
take
you know
a breather.
What? Yeah,
you can
take
have a
some
rest
time
for
off.
a little bit, recharge. I'm with Ryan now.
I am.
All righty. So that is Val's favorite. That's Corey's favorite. I'll be honest. That's probably my favorite this year. It's either that or Toy Story 5.
It was so
That's
close.
how much I liked Toy Story
Yeah.
5. But other movies on my list that are right up there, Pressure. I just thought Pressure was so good. The one with
Pressure
Brendan
is
Fraser.
so good.
And The Sheep Detectives.
Sheep Detective is number 3 on my list. Apex is number 5.
Oh, Sheep Detectives is also available on Prime Video
Yes,
now.
you
to
can
stream
watch
at home.
that. I've watched it a couple times, but I have some streaming on my
Okay.
list. Like Apex was number 5.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what. It was just so fun. Like
That was the Charlize Theron one?
Yes, and her just hanging from that mountain and just being like this kick butt lady. Like I just totally loved it. She's amazing. And of course, my number 2 was right there, Toy Story 5 and Project Hail Mary. It was like a sliver. Like I had to sit and think about and debate myself whether those were in there. And what we are going to talk about next week, The Invite, was actually my number 3.
Yeah, I'm reluctant to admit that I kind of like The Invite. I really detest the subject matter. Not
Don't
detest.
get into
but
it.
No, I'm just saying. I did not like the subject matter, but I really liked how well it was written, how well it was
Samesies.
acted. I loved some of the ways that they constructed shots. And
Yeah.
Anyway, all that we'll
We'll get
talk
into
about
it next week.
That was a movie that premiered at Sundance. And then here's the other one that I would throw in is I really liked Power Ballad.
I thought Power Ballad, it's probably in my top 20, but not my top 10.
Yeah, and I don't even know if I have a top 10. My tops are Toy Story 5, Sheep Detectives, Project Hail Mary, Pressure, and then Power Ballad and Hoppers. I really liked Hoppers.
Yeah.
And
Omaha for
I don't
me
think
is
it
like
got
at the
enough.
end.
I don't think it got enough love, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
So you're all about the animations and the family movies in there, which is nice.
I do. So if I had to go 10, though, I mean, I go down. We got another listener who really loved, and I wouldn't be surprised if I saw more. Oh, wow, we've got a lot of people chiming in now. Ooh. Okay. So the Michael Jackson movie.
Yep, in my top 10.
Michael has gotten a couple. I've actually seen 2 votes for Disclosure Day.
Okay.
I do like that Andrea and a couple of other listeners really liked Pressure, although for Andrea it was Pressure and Sheep Detective. So she and I are vibing along the same things that we liked. Here's a vote for Solo Mio, the Kevin James movie. That was really
I didn't
well
get to
done.
see it.
And if you can go with Kevin James, rom-com, not obnoxious, I mean, you combine those 3 things together.
Okay, so I should see. I believe that is streaming as well.
Yes.
So I should see that.
That one I think is on Angel.
Yeah.
VidAngel. A couple more votes for Pressure. And then I've seen a couple votes for A Great Awakening, the Benjamin Franklin movie.
Yeah.
With Reverend George Whitfield.
Yes.
That was really,
That's
really well done.
That's probably in my
as
top
well.
20 as well.
Wait, where's that one on mine? I should have that on there.
Yeah. Omaha
Did I
is in
forget?
my top 20, actually in my top 10. I know that one is super sad, and people are like, how come you like these sad movies? It was really well done. And yeah, if you haven't seen Omaha yet, we talked about it, I think 4 or 5 episodes ago. Yeah.
Yes.
So go back and listen.
And one of my underrated picks, and it won't appeal to everybody, but I just thought it was brilliantly done, was Slanted.
Slanted. I
Yeah.
totally forgot about that.
Did you not watch it yet? Because I was trying to talk you into watching it. Or you did watch it,
I
but you
did,
didn't like it. And then I used Shakespeare and everything because
And then we talked about it again, and I was like, okay,
I
but
should give it another chance.
now that you said what it was, I do remember, and yeah, it's still in the meh.
That's all right.
The meh.
That's all right. Everyone has their own tastes, and yours is all in your mouth, obviously. Just kidding. That's what my mom used to say to me. All your taste is in your mouth. All right. We'll keep listening, or we'll keep checking 57500, your favorite movie that you've seen this year so far. A lot of votes for Project Hail Mary, and who could argue with that? From one of our Eastern Idaho listeners, Project Hail Mary, of course. Hey, welcome from East Idaho. Okay. Let's see. What else have we got coming? Oh, in our next segment. Okay, we've got a couple of really cool things. We are going to review Young Washington, and our KSL Movie Minute interviewer, Patrick Beatty, got to sit down with 3 stars, including the guy who played Washington, including Kelsey Grammer and Ben Kingsley. And we've got some interview portions that we're going to get you a chance to listen to get you even more excited about a movie that I have been asked more about this than Minions for this week.
I need to correct you, Sir Ben Kingsley.
Sir Ben Kingsley.
How would it be to get to interview a sir? How amazing is that?
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not going to lie. Not going to lie. We got a lot of good stuff coming on the movie show today. We're grateful to have you with us. We'll come back after news, traffic, and weather.
Good morning. It is 11:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Tammy Kikuchi, KSL's top local story this hour. Utah wildfire victims are questioning whether enough was done to thin the state's forests and prevent wildfires ahead of the season. Utah State Forester Jamie Barnes says, along with their federal partners, they've already groomed more than 100,000 acres this year, using millions of dollars from the state and federal government. Still,
there is areas around the state. I mean, we could be doing, hundreds of thousands of acres per year in treatment, and it's still not going to be enough. We've got an overload of fuel on the landscape.
Barnes says no matter how much wildfire mitigation they do, it's not going to do much to help wind-whipped fires in drought conditions. More than 20 years, Paiute County Sheriff Deputy Mike Grayler has answered calls for help, and now the community is coming to his aid. Grayler and his wife lost their Marysvale home in the Cottonwood fire. There is now a raffle to support the deputy and his family. 4 F-35 Lightning II fighter jets from Hill Air Force Base and a tanker from the Utah National Guard will be flying over parades tomorrow. The jets are planning to fly over Provo, then Vernal, and then head south and central Utah, and then north and west to Tooele before heading to Lewiston. We'll have a look at the weather forecast, which is a bunch of 90-degree days. KSL News Time, 11:31.
Greater Zion, no greater feeling. At Southern Utah's Copper Rock Golf Course, we embrace that feeling. Here, every swing is surrounded by breathtaking landscapes and world-class amenities, providing that perfect pairing of golf and unforgettable outdoor experiences. Come for the golf, stay for the adventure. Copper Rock, born to be played.
The movie show is broadcasting live today from My Hearing Centers, where they've got an offer for movie show and KSL listeners. If you call in during the show at 801-701-1629, they will set up a no-cost hearing evaluation and hearing test, and then arrange for you to try risk-free for 30 days, if you need them, the latest in Bluetooth hearing aid technology. And that's what the BCT and the Signia BCTIX kind of stands for, Bluetooth connectivity, right?
Yeah, it's Bluetooth connectivity transformed.
Transformed.
Ooh.
IX.
Integrated experience.
Oh, okay. Because it's not the 9th version.
Yeah, integrated experience. That's
what are some of the things that this advanced hearing aid can do, Matt? Because technology, especially when it gets that small, always sort of blows me away.
Yeah, one of my favorite things is just the adjustments that can be immediately done in the app. They have an AI audiology assistant inside your app on your phone. And so if you're having a hard time in any particular situation, at a restaurant, at a crowd, at a movie, you can just go tell the AI assistant, hey, I'm having a hard time, here's what's going on. And it will look at your program and it will make some adjustments, give you examples, kind of like go to the eye doctor, we like 1 or 2, I like 2, great. Saves it in your hearing aid and then reports it back to the audiologist so that we know that adjustment happens. When you come back in, we can fine tune it.
So that means you don't have to make an appointment to come in and get it adjusted. It can take care of it almost in the moment.
It can take care of the small situations, right?
Right.
We still are going to invite people in every year because your hearing might change gradually, and we've got to retest and then reprogram. But yeah, those small things that need to be done, you can do right on the app.
See, that's amazing. And just in the size that it fits, it fits behind your ear hidden. If you have any long hair at all, you'd never see it, even if it was out of the ear. But you also have some that just go in the ear.
Yeah, my favorite thing in airports when I walk through is I like to see what's bigger. It's like the game, like the hearing aid or the earbud, right? Oh. And the earbud wins every time. You walk it through, you see everyone wearing earbuds, and then you have to really look for those guys or women wearing the hearing
and you
aids.
Know what to look for too.
Yeah,
most people probably wouldn't
and how to
even
look.
notice
You can't look straight on. You can't even look from the side. You have to actually kind of get around the back and really know where to look so you can see the.
You also can't be creepy about it.
That's the other fun thing. You got to do it without being creepy, right? You got to do it. It's like Josh Sneed. If you don't know the comedian Josh Sneed, there's another good fun thing to listen to. But now I sound like a creep.
No, I say you do it, and you're not creepy about it. That's what I'm saying. You're a professional.
Anyways, if you'd like to come in for a free hearing evaluation, we're doing free hearing evaluations for all KSL listeners. Call 801-701-1629. Schedule your free evaluation in any of our offices from Ogden all the way down to St. George. If you do come in and have your hearing tested, we'll give you a chance to try these new BCTIX hearing aids risk-free for 30 days. And at the end of the 30 days, you get some movie tickets, and I won't be creepy.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Lots to tell you about. There's debris on the road, I-15 southbound to I-80 eastbound. In Salt Lake, the right lanes and shoulder are blocked. There's a vehicle fire, I-215 southbound north of California Avenue. The right shoulder is blocked. There's a crash, US 189 westbound in Heber in Wasatch County. A crash, I-215 westbound at the I-15 interchange in Salt Lake. The ramp and left lane are blocked. There's a crash, I-15 southbound south of Draper and Bangerter Highway. The right shoulder is blocked. And a crash, I-15 southbound at 800 North Orem. The right shoulder is blocked. And fire still has the road closed near Beaver and also SR 211 in San Juan County. While you're preparing for your day, plan for comfort too with the Good Feet store. Find the location closest to you at thegoodfeetstore.com. Temperatures will warm from the low 90s to the upper 90s by Sunday, and there will be some pop-up mountain showers this afternoon. And next week, moisture could move into Utah on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Right now in downtown Salt Lake City, 82 degrees under partly cloudy skies. I'm Tammy Kikuchi, KSL News Radio, 102.7 FM, 1160 AM, and KSLNewsRadio.com, Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
The Movie Show. The Movie Show on KSL News Radio.
All right. Don't forget, The Movie Show is on TikTok and Instagram. We're trying to get even more embracing in the digital age. We're streaming on YouTube. I mean,
here we are doing
here
everything.
we are.
You need to check us out.
The Movie Show evolves as our audience evolves. And so KSL Movie Show on Instagram. On TikTok, we're going to have that handle soon if we don't already.
We're working on
but
it.
Right
we are
now,
working on it.
It's The Movie Show KSL on TikTok. But now we've got another movie. And Val, I've been asked more about this movie than I have been about Minions coming up this week. And it is the movie Young Washington from Angel Studios.
These are not the open battlefields to which you're accustomed.
I have fought in a great many battlefields.
Not in the New World, sir.
If you fail, I'll have a colonial to blame.
This is a direct order, and we will obey it.
It's not your fault, George.
Major Washington.
You lost.
You started a war.
This historical war drama traces a young George Washington's harrowing service in the French and Indian War decades before he becomes the founding father, or a founding father.
He's kind of the...
I feel like he is. After being passed over by the British Army, he earns a Virginia militia commission and by his mentor, Lord Fairfax. Now, he goes into battle. This is his biggest failure that a lot of people don't talk about because everyone knows George Washington as this giant man that has done everything for our country. But you learn in here how he got there in this movie, and it's so much fun. We talked a little bit a while ago who is in this film, but I want to tell you again. William Franklin Miller is who plays George Washington. Ben Kingsley, Andy Serkis, Mary Louise Parker, Kelsey Grammer are all in this film. Plus, I could just keep going with the list of actors. Now, this is an Angel Studio film, and it's a war film. So I'm totally in, but I was a little kicked off because last week we had a really bad war film with Lucky Strike. So I was going in and I'm like, please, please, please be good. And I have to tell you, this was good. It is so historically accurate that after I watched The American Experiment, I'm watching this and I'm checking boxes off, right? I'm like, oh, that's right. That's true. That's true. Now, some of it is a little bit condensed for some different things that happened later on in his life. But I have to say, I really enjoyed this. You have to understand that when you go into a movie like Young Washington that's made by Angel Studios has a very specific way that they make movies, just like any action film, just like a Hallmark movie. They have a very specific way. You're going to have things that are a little over melodramatic, right? Because that is their style. And as long as you go in knowing what the palette is going to be, you will be able to digest this film. And for me, I really loved William Franklin Miller, who played young Washington. I didn't care for much the beginning of the film when you get the younger of the Washingtons. He is the really younger Washington. I thought that part of the film, it was not really well acted. It had some moments where they were just kind of repeating the story over and over. I thought they could have cleaned that up a little bit and given us a little bit more of older young Franklin later on. But the action, yes. Sorry,
William
Washington.
Franklin Miller, the actor. Yes, I got you.
But the action in this movie is fantastic. The coloring, I'm just so about the coloring of a film. The music that they used, the score was really great. So if this is something that you want to get into, go watch this. This is like your main course that's going to set you up for all of the goodness, and then go home this weekend over this major holiday that we're having with the 250th celebration of our country and start The American Experiment. This is going to be the fun history moment that you need to get into for me.
I agree. I think Angel Studios is really this is one where they really show how they've come. How far they've come, because it's one thing to set a movie in contemporary times and be able to do, special effects and different things, but it's another one to have to go and set it in a period piece. That becomes a little bit more expensive. I'm impressed that they were able to get Andy Serkis in there. They were able to get Kelsey Grammer. They were able to get Sir Ben Kingsley.
Thank you.
I love Ben Kingsley in just about anything anyway.
Well, they shot this film in Ireland too.
Oh, they shot it in Ireland.
So that's even more expensive. They had to go across the pond.
So they didn't try to just make a rah, 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 Washington is great, which is what you might suspect if you're not a big fan or you haven't followed Angel Studios all that closely and you just kind of go by. But But I will say this, like, it's a great companion piece for all the ones you're talking about, or even if you don't want to watch a documentary. As you were mentioning, it gets the historical parts right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't show a flaw. Like, we've built George Washington up into this mythic figure. That's why I think that sometimes the condensing for dramatic effect is okay, because
Yeah,
that's
it's a
kind of how
film.
we watch legends. Like,
Yeah.
was Paul Bunyan really, did him dragging his thing create the Grand Canyon? No, but it's like fun to imagine that kind of a thing. But it also, you see the seeds planted of the leader that he's going to become.
Exactly.
When you learn anything about Washington, you know that one of the reasons that he was successful as a general in the Revolution was because he was adored by his men. And you see why he's adored by his men, because of what he's willing to do in the French and Indian War. And he learns from failures, and he's,
There's a lot of
there's no way to
lessons.
put it. He's miraculously preserved. And it also, it doesn't, they're not afraid to talk about, that slavery's going on then. They're not afraid to talk about that Native Americans were like, hey, you and the French are fighting over the Ohio Valley. Wasn't there somebody there first?
Yeah, we were here first. Yeah.
But it all works within the story. And I thought it's great. I gave it an A-.
An A-. Wow,
Yeah.
I gave it a B+.
Okay.
So it's almost there for me. Some little interesting facts. I went to a pre-screening and the producer of the film was there. And he said, somebody asked him how they actually got, what they were looking for the main character that played him. And he said, well, we were basically looking for our Heath Ledger from The Patriot. And so that's what they were looking for in
Okay.
this actor. And I thought they did a really great job. They also said to look forward to 1776.
I was going to say, I thought they were going to maybe title it General Washington, because he's not a general
Yeah.
until the end of this movie.
Exactly.
But I'm looking forward to the sequel. And now we are fortunate because KSL Movie Minute interviewer Patrick Beatty got to sit down with several members of the cast, and we'd like to play you a little bit of some of his interviews. Let's start with William Franklin. He talked with Patrick about what surprised him when he was researching George Washington.
Honestly, I think it's his humanity. I think, especially when it comes to legendary figures, we put them on a pedestal, and that is great and well deserved, of course. But I think they lose their touch I suppose their humanness, their humanity. And so I think this film explores that. And I think that's what's really important. And what was so interesting to me as well is just to see, this guy began like everybody else as this normal human being with the same emotions, dealing with grief, dealing with, who's he going to become, the pressure amongst that, and the ambition that we all have in our own different ways and different jobs and different ambitions. And so I think that really stood out to me. And it was a lot of fun learning all that. But as research is concerned, obviously did all the research about his older years, but then obviously he's a young boy here and he hadn't got to that point yet. And so really the mentality of it was the thing I focused on.
Now, interesting too, Patrick sat down with the director and writer John Irwin, and this is kind of what I was mentioning in my review. He talked about what this film teaches us about growth and mistakes, especially because this is in Washington's beginnings.
I love a good hero's journey and coming of age story, and so many times I love to study kind of these mythic characters of history and say, where did these traits, like in Washington, his great trait was he was just able to endure hardship in ways other people weren't. And that was really forged in the early part of his life. And so telling a story that clearly shows that, like, your failures do not define you, but your failures can shape you into the person that you're going to become in a pretty profound way. I know that's true in my own life as well. If you just keep going, like, just don't quit and be willing to try things that you've never done before, like step out into the unknown. The only way to guarantee that you won't fail is to never try. And so I love that theme in the movie, to see that what shaped the person we know on the dollar bill or carved into Mount Rushmore is this kid that endured some things that we all endure, but he kept going and he learned. And I think you see over the course of this movie, you see him become the leader that could actually galvanize America. And so I think there's a lot of lessons. And I think that's why I love a good hero's journey. And I think the reason that we need these stories is we all feel like we have a destiny and we want to find it. And sometimes these movies help us do. So I hope people love the movie when it comes out on the 250th anniversary of America, which I think is a really cool moment for the movie to come out.
Now, was he at the screening you went to?
So The producer and
the
then
producer,
and
okay.
then his half brother, the man who plays his half brother, who had some really, really cool things to say about the film as well. It's just everyone. It seems like everyone involved in the film is so passionate about what they were doing, and I love it when you can tell a movie is made by people that really care about it, and this is one of those films.
Now, Patrick Beatty did get to sit down as well with Kelsey Grammer and Sir Ben Kingsley, and Patrick asked Kelsey, what does this film say about the mentors and supporters who helped shape someone like George Washington?
Yeah, well, certainly he was shaped by any number of factors. Tragedy. I mean, tragedy tends to shape people. The death of someone you love early on in your life. These things tend to sort of carve out people who are pretty extraordinary, or who understand that their time on the earth is possibly one of pain, but one of accomplishment at the same time. And it's extraordinary how often the primal story of a young person turns into the motivating story of a man of accomplishment. And in my case, as a mentor to George Washington, he simply recognizes in George something in himself, I think, and says to himself, okay, you remind me of me, go make something of yourself, and here's a chance. But what shaped George Washington and what turned into a man and a presence in our history that I'm still personally grateful for is an extraordinary story, and I think John's done a great job in telling it.
You know, I will say, the first scene where you're really introduced to Kelsey Grammer, I got a major Frasier vibe from it because he's in the big library.
Yeah.
He's got the aristocratic sound to it.
He was one of my favorite characters.
Yeah,
in the film.
so that's why I say that's good casting. I mean, meta always helps in the enjoyment of the movie. And then finally, Sir Ben Kingsley told Patrick about how much he enjoyed the writer and the director of the movie.
The style of this storytelling is so pure. I know John has a deep affection for the classics, and he's tapped into that energy of these pure characters and this struggle, like the 7 labors of Hercules, the struggle, the number of mountains you have to cross before you hit your real plateau, your real self. It's so rooted in the real ancient and timeless human struggle.
I love Sir Ben Kingsley. First of all, I love him in the Marvel movies as Trevor Slattery, and sometimes it took me a second in this one to not imagine Trevor, the actor from Wonder Man and from Iron Man 3, playing this English.
He's been in other. You know, he's been in other roles,
he's been
right?
in other movies, but I'm just saying, I just loved him so much in those roles. In fact, Ben Kingsley's in one of my favorite Sherlock Holmes movies, since we'll be talking about a Sherlock Holmes related thing later, but we'll mention that later. So our thanks, though, to KSL Movie Minute interviewer Patrick Beatty. We're going to be hearing lots more from him going forward, including next week. He got a chance to sit down with Christopher Nolan ahead of the Odyssey. We're excited to share that with you. But so that was Young Washington, easily recommended. I have a friend who's got tickets to go 3 different times this weekend because he's so excited to see this, and I'm glad that he's going to find something that he's going to really enjoy. And that is Young Washington. Still to come on the movie show, we've got our big streaming reviews, including 3 big things that we'll talk about, plus the movie show top 10 coming up next. We're broadcasting live from My Hearing Centers, and we are live at the Sandy location right now with Matt Deering, who has an offer for KSL and Movie Show listeners that's good, but only until the movie show ends at 1 o'clock, Matt. So people need to call and make an appointment for what?
Well, we're going to do free hearing evaluations.
Okay, like that.
That's going to be for anybody that calls, whether you have hearing aids or not, whether you're a current patient or you're new. KSL listeners only.
Yeah.
Or their spouses.
Okay.
We'll give that. Or I'll go loved ones. We'll go a little bit. We'll go one.
Okay. Relatives, loved ones. We're good with
generous.
that. Yep. If you come in, finish your hearing evaluation, and you have a hearing loss, we'll let you try the newest hearing technology risk-free for 30 days. And then at the end of the 30 days, we'll give whomever tried those hearing aids movie tickets.
What an unbelievable deal. And the best part is it corrects something that can be tied to health issues that there more and more research has been coming out, Matt, showing what hearing loss ends up affecting that maybe you wouldn't think would end up affecting. I know you've talked before about, the brain is a muscle just like the others, just because we don't necessarily flex it the way we do our arm muscles. it can stop working if it's not used.
Yeah. So the ears and everything inside the ears there, that's all of a vehicle to get sound to the brain. Brain is where we interpret that sound. If that vehicle is broken at any point, you're not getting that full sound to the brain. If you're not exercising that muscle, that brain muscle, it can start to atrophy. That atrophy will bleed into other portions of the brain, and specifically the memory cortex, right? And that's where we see this connection between hearing loss, an individual with untreated hearing loss, having a higher risk of developing dementia or Alzheimer's later in life. Best way that they found that for you to reduce your risks of Alzheimer's dementia is to actually have your hearing tested and then corrected early in life. And it doesn't define what early in life is in that study. I always found that interesting. Wherever early is, do that. So if that means that you're 72 and you notice you have a hearing loss, that's early. Like, get it checked. If you're 45 and you have a hearing loss,
don't wait till you're 72.
Yeah, don't wait till you're 72. Get it done now, right? Don't wait. So that's what we're offering to anybody. If they want to just make sure everything's okay, extra check. We talked earlier, if you're 55 and older, you should have your hearing tested every year. One other thing I want to touch on, I was talking to Val kind of during the break, this own voice processing.
Oh, okay.
Right. So hearing aids capture sound and reproduce it in your ears, right? Just like a microphone in a speaker. Right? That's what it is. It's capturing all sound. And so if you have older technology, a year, 2 years old, older technology, it's capturing your voice as well. You're talking, it's capturing that sound, representing your ears, right? It gives you this kind of echoey effect. It can be obnoxious, it can be hard to learn. We had to train people over a month's time to help them learn. Now it's really easy. We just say, hearing aid, we're going to talk, have the patient talk, stop that, and now recognizes your voice and it will not represent your voice. So if you talk, it doesn't represent that sound. Everything else comes in, it reproduces and sends it at your prescription.
And it does all that by itself. That's one of the amazing things about the technology as you talk about it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Again, you have the experience for yourself to really understand. I can talk about it all day long, but that's why we give that 30 days for you to go out, see what that's like, have those communications, have those conversations. If you're bothered that you're hearing your own voice in your old hearing aids, come in and try these out risk-free for 30 days. If you don't like them, return them.
No harm, no foul.
If you love them, we're going to find a way for you to keep them.
But you got to make that appointment during the movie show. 801-701-1629. Take advantage of this awesome offer. 801-701-1629.
As America celebrates 250 years of innovation and hard work, Alsco Uniforms is proud to be part of Utah's story, serving local businesses since 1895. For more than 135 years, they've helped companies focus on what they do best, while Alsco Uniforms handles the laundry. From uniforms to linens to mats, towels, and safety supplies, they keep businesses clean, professional, and running strong. Rooted in Utah, built on service, ready for the next generation. Alsco Uniforms, proud to support America 250 and the businesses that keep it moving. Visit alsco.com.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy. Pretty much hands off, They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
More than 50 million Americans suffer from a form of mental illness.
And Utah isn't immune, with nearly 1 in 3 people dealing with anxiety, depression, or another form of mental illness.
But there's hope. We can all take action to keep ourselves and our loved ones safe.
That's why KSL has teamed with the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation to bring you hope and help you thrive.
It's Healthy Mind Matters.
Find out more at healthymindmatters.com.
Make sure that your home's heating and cooling systems is in shape for whatever the season will bring with expert and community trusted service you can rely on from Call Climate Services. Industry-leading products, outstanding service, and customized comfort is what you can look forward to when working with Call Climate Services. Call Climate Services has worked hard to achieve and maintain premier dealer status with Lennox. This status is achieved with specialty equipment training and customer satisfaction ratings of 4 stars and above. Offering a wide assortment of Lennox equipment, Call Climate Services will ensure your family's home comfort system needs are met. Call today at 801-298-4810. That's 801-298-4810. Or visit Call Climate Services online at callclimate.com to learn more about how you can experience the premier dealer difference today at Call Climate Services, 801-298-4810. Dealer license number 358-234-5501.
The Movie Show.
You got a friend in me. And when Andy plays with you, it's like, even though you're not moving, you feel like you're alive.
On KSL News Radio.
Hey, one of the biggest movies of the year, certainly one of the biggest surprises this year has been Backrooms.
Yes.
And I've gotten asked about that one a lot. That and Obsession. I've been asked by several friends of mine who are my age that have kids that are in their teens now or late teens, and they're like, hey, my kid really wants to go see, they either say Obsession or they say Backrooms. Should I let him? And then I have a very long-winded answer because I didn't see either one of them. I said, I haven't seen it, but I would say that this is what I tell my kids when it gets to a movie that, I'm not really a fan of them going to see, even if they're technically old enough. But if they're asking me, my opinion is, A, that movie will be there when you're a little older. You could still watch it then. And the other one is, if the only reason you want to see this is because all of your friends are seeing it, maybe if you have like a family rule about anything, maybe that's not a good reason to break the family rule. And then just, maybe you'll be out of the loop on this discussion. But speaking of Backrooms, if you are a big fan of Backrooms and you are one of the people that's kept it, how much has it made so far this year? In just the U.S., it has made $184 million in 5 weeks. There's a new version out today, Val.
There is 15 to 16 minutes longer than the last one. So I would have to say, so there's more rooms. So if I gave it a B-, it would be a B- and more now.
Yeah. And it's called Backrooms, Everything Must Go. So if you're a huge fan, just know that there's basically a director's cut with 15 to 16 extra minutes included in, and that is playing in theaters. It opened today. Okay. Our big streaming review coming up next hour. We've got Enola Holmes 3. We've got a prequel to the Legally Blonde movies and a new season of the awesome X-Men animation. Stick around.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. This is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
12 o'clock noon at KSL News Radio. I'm Tammy Kikuchi. KSL's top local story this hour, a national story, actually from ABC News. In Venezuela, crews from around the world are racing against the clock to find survivors of last week's back-to-back earthquakes. The acting president defending the government's response as critics call it too slow. IRC Emergency Response Director Rafael Velasquez Garcia says more than 38 to 40,000 people are still missing.
Right now, we're in a very difficult moment because no one wants to talk about the fact that the golden window that closes for search and rescue operations, starts becoming smaller and smaller as time goes by.
Utah wildfire victims are questioning whether enough was done to thin the state's forests and prevent wildfires ahead of this season. State Forester Jamie Barnes says that along with her federal partners, they've already groomed more than 100,000 acres this year, using millions of dollars from the state and federal government. Still,
there is areas around the state. I mean, we could be doing, hundreds of thousands of acres per year in treatment, and it's still not going to be enough. We've got an overload of fuel on the landscape.
Barnes says no matter how much wildfire mitigation they do, it's not going to do much to stop wind-whipped fires in drought conditions. Coming up, we'll have a look at the forecast for the coming week, which is a bunch of 90s. KSL News Time, 12:01.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon,
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
If you've saved more than $300,000, there's one thing you can do now that can make your savings go twice as far in retirement, and it's tax planning. That's right. Tax planning could significantly reduce the taxes on your IRA and 401k withdrawals, Social Security benefits, and other investment income. Find out how much money you could save with a free retirement tax savings analysis from the good people at Boss Retirement Solutions. To schedule your free analysis, call 801-896-9622. Tax planning for retirement could reduce your taxes not just for 1 year, but for the rest of your life. And the savings could be six figures. Let's find out how much money you could save. Call 801-896-9622. 801-896-9622.
For informational purposes only, actual results may vary. No statement contained herein shall constitute tax, legal, or investment advice. Advisory services offered through Boss Retirement Advisors, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Insurance products and services offered through Boss Retirement Solutions.
What if your weekends weren't dictated by your house? No mowing, no raking, no fixing that thing again. At Ovation Homes, it's not about having a home that owns you, it's about owning your lifestyle. Imagine no yard work, more time to do what you want, when you want, and how you want, with modern conveniences your way. Visit Davis County's best, Ovation Homes. Stop in to see Phase 5 at Sadie's Glen. Homes are selling fast. This is your chance to tour beautifully designed floor plans with the best amenities customized to fit yours truly. Less maintenance, more living, more freedom, and all for you. At Ovation, it's not just a word, it's an expression you'll feel toward your home, because your home should fit your life, not the other way around. For questions or to find out more, visit OvationHomesUtah.com. OvationHomesUtah.com.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. There's a crash on I-15 southbound at 1700 South in Salt Lake. The right shoulder is blocked. And fire has closed that road near Beaver, SR 153. Also in both directions, SR 211 in San Juan County closed due to fire. UDOT construction alert. Plan ahead for closures and congestion on local roads due to city parades. To help ease holiday travel, most UDOT construction projects will suspend work and open lanes when possible. Forecast for the Wasatch Front. Temperatures will warm from the low 90s to the upper 90s by Sunday, and there could be some mountain pop-up showers this afternoon. And next week, mountain thunderstorms again. Chances go up on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Currently in downtown Salt Lake City, 84 degrees under partly cloudy skies. I'm Tammy Kikuchi, KSL News Radio, 102.7 FM, 1160 AM, and KSLNewsRadio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Lights, camera, action. It's the KSL Movie Show.
Today will not be known as Taco Tuesday. It will be known as Freedom Friday.
The week's big movie review, movie news, games, and prizes. Here's Andy Farnsworth and Valerie Cameron.
So, how long is this going to take?
You can't rush art. On KSL News Radio, 102.7 FM and 1160 AM.
The movie show on a holiday weekend. Everyone's celebrating America 250, and we're celebrating by being live on the movie show and making sure you know what you have opportunities to watch this weekend so you can make an informed choice. We're also talking about what is our favorite movie since we're halfway through 2026. Weird to say that already.
No, it's just going by like so fast.
Yeah. And so what is your favorite movie of the year so far? I think Project Hail Mary's probably got a considerable lead, but after that, it's pretty close. There's a lot of different movies that people have liked, a lot of similar tastes. I've seen lots of votes for Pressure. I've been seeing a lot of votes for Pressure
What
among
was
our
yours?
audience.
What was yours?
My favorite is, it's Toy Story 5 and Project Hail Mary neck and neck.
So close.
Just how I felt walking out of the theater, how excited I was to tell people about the movie after I'd seen it. Those two are just kind of head and shoulders above the others. But a couple of the ones that maybe I was a surprised how much I enjoyed. One was Pressure. I didn't know what I was going to expect going into that, and I really liked it when I was finished. And Power Ballad. I know it's not for everybody for language reasons, but I just enjoyed it, and I thought it was well done, and I thought they were the right cast, and it was a good story, and it had lots to think about, and it went a way that you didn't expect, that I just liked. I mean, especially when I can have a story turn that I didn't expect to see. After I've seen a lot of shows and the way my brain analyzes things, I start to like watching. When we're going to talk about Elle in just a few minutes, but when they do the episode recaps, I'm like, oh, okay, what are they going to tie to whatever they managed to throw in the recap? I wonder why they picked that for the recap. But that's just how my brain works. That's why I try not to watch trailers right before I go see the movies.
Same.
Because I'll end up spending the whole movie wondering when this part of the trailer is going to be in the movie. So when it had a twist towards the end that I didn't see coming, and it was such a sweet twist that it kept elevating the movie as I was watching it.
Plus the cast is pretty cool.
Plus Paul Rudd and Nick Jonas. It's not bad. Okay. Well, we'll read some more of your texts of what you've been telling us is your favorite movie as we continue this hour. But we have our big streaming review, and that is coming to Netflix. It's actually out on Netflix now. It's called Enola Holmes 3.
Given the family's history, I presume the wedding will be in Malta?
Malta. It will be great. I've spent the last 6 years making myself feel worthy of the Holmes name. Would I now be giving that up?
Sherlock, it's me!
Dr. Watson! Why? Why are you pursuing me?
It's your brother. Sherlock has been kidnapped.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown is back as Enola Holmes, who's Sherlock's little sister. But when Sherlock, as you heard in the clip, played again by Henry Cavill, disappears right before Enola's wedding to her longtime love, Tewksbury.
Tewksbury?
She has to put off the marriage to solve the mystery and find out who's behind it all. This is definitely Sherlock Holmes for Gen Z.
It is.
All the way. And that's okay. I love Sherlock Holmes, but I don't mind Gen Z having their own version of Sherlock Holmes.
There was a lot of action in this film. And if you think that you're going to get a lot of Henry Cavill, you're not going to get as much as the original film. He's kind of weaning himself off over the last couple of films, but he's there and he's still cute and he's still grumpy. But this is definitely, you're right, he's grumpy.
Oh, no, he definitely is.
Yeah, he's super grumpy, but this is definitely her film. And what I love about this is that she is not apologetic really about anything that she does in her life. Now, she does care about, I like how you say it, Tewksbury.
Tewksbury.
And she understands what's going on, and I don't want to give too much away and kind of the heartbreaking moment. But she's not upset about why these things happen. She is definitely a Sherlock. She's definitely a Holmes, I guess I would say.
Holmes,
she's definitely a Holmes. And you have some surprise characters that come back, which I didn't see coming.
Yeah, I ended up having to look up some things. So, but that what it did well was have some surprises and kind of just let Enola continue to be. I mean, I didn't think they would change this, but sometimes I get bugged when the characters break the fourth wall and talk to the camera. But it works with this because that's its style. And so I just feel like if you liked the first two, then you'll definitely want to watch this one. I didn't enjoy it quite as much as I did the first two movies. I do like Brown. I do like the character, but maybe this should be the final one. I don't know. Unless you're going to turn it into a series where you can have her solving a bunch of different mysteries. But to do a movie, you got to come up with some epic thing. And I just feel like sometimes you can only have so many epic things happen to you in one lifetime before my brain starts to get a little tired.
I think she also is done. Millie Bobby Brown is probably done with this. She spent a lot of time on Stranger Things, like half of the
life,
beginning of
yeah.
her life. And then she spent a long time on this. And I agree with you. I think it should be the last one. I didn't enjoy it as much as the others, but it did have action. It did have some fun moments. They're in Malta, which is a totally different experience for the movie watcher. But
I was hoping to see a falcon somewhere.
Right? Somewhere.
Just even as like a background sitting on a post or something.
I mean, I love falcons. I'm a bird person, so give me one. This was a B- for me.
B-. I actually went C+, so I went a little bit lower than you. All right. Well, that's Enola Holmes 3. That's the only other movie that's out on streaming this week, but we still have a couple of things that we're going to talk about in our next segment, which include a sequel to the Legally Blonde movie, or a prequel, pardon me, to the Legally Blonde movies, but it is in series form.
It is a series.
Written by Mindy Kaling, and
she's been getting so good.
She's doing a lot of things recently, and I'm actually starting to pick up her vibe, or her style of writing, and what she does with characters and things like that. For those of you who don't know, she played Angela. She was on The Office.
She was on The Office. Now I can think of Angela.
Dang it.
We'll look it up. It
was Kelly. She played Kelly Kapoor on The Office. And but she was also a writer on The Office. People didn't realize that. Her and BJ Novak were both writers, and then they just were background characters, and then they ended up taking on more prominent roles. But
so fun, so smart she is.
Yes, and so
I was Yoda right there for a minute. I should have said she is so fun and so smart.
Okay, but we'll talk about that, plus a new season of X-Men 97, the excellent animated series. No pun intended, literally no pun intended. It just worked out that way.
Get ready for the nerd, because it's coming.
Oh, it's coming, and it's good. And if you like season 1, season 2. But we'll talk about that in our next segment. A little bit of streaming news really quickly. We mentioned already Project Hail Mary is out on Prime Video officially as of today, which means you can watch it this weekend if you haven't had a chance to see it in theaters, or if you're one of the people who've texted us that that's your favorite movie of this year so far, then
wear it out. Go watch it a bunch of times.
I mean, this is why we like streaming, right? Is so that we can get all these additional viewings in. The Prime Video series Every Year After from a few weeks ago, I ended up getting sucked into the sort of soap opera-y, Hallmark-y.
It was your jam?
I ended up watching more of it. I only got through half the episodes before we talked about it on the show, and then I ended up watching more of it after we talked about it on the show, and it got renewed for a season 2, and it is season 2 will be based on the Carly Fortune book, One Golden Summer, so there was a sequel written in the books, and we are going to get that in video form. Every year after. The original one was Every Summer After. The book was called Every Summer After. The series is called Every Year After. And then season 2 is going to be based on the book One Golden Summer. I don't know how many people care, but I'm sure some did, because if I enjoyed it, then there's people who would enjoy it.
People like them because they're being made. So
and since we were talking about Millie Bobby Brown, the Stranger Things, she was on for half of her life. The Stranger Things series they call it the Stranger Things effect. The gap between seasons of scripted TV shows has nearly doubled between 2020 and 2025. So we are having to wait longer.
I don't like it.
For new seasons of shows that we like, even as they get renewed, and they don't always get renewed either.
Yeah, I'm writing a letter. I don't like it.
All right. Val is writing a letter. Anybody want to co-sign it? Just email her, I guess. And then Nemesis, the show on Netflix, I don't think either of us liked it.
Yeah.
It was like the most popular show on Netflix for like 2 straight weeks.
It was fine.
And it's getting a season 2.
Yeah, it was fine.
So, all right. When we return on the movie show, we will tell you about Elle, the series on Prime Video, and X-Men 97. Still to come, Telephone Torture, where we have 2 people who are going to win prizes today. Somebody's going to win tickets to see the preview screening of Moana on Wednesday, July 8th. And the runner-up, and this is a very good consolation prize, American Revolution, the series from PBS done by Ken Burns. You're going to win a DVD set. We're broadcasting live from My Hearing Centers in Sandy and Matt Deering. Matt Deering, we haven't asked you yet. What's the favorite movie you've seen this year?
Oh, it's got to be Project Hail Mary.
Okay.
And we were just talking about listening to the book, so we're nerding out over here.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, we had a listener who texted in and said they liked Project Hail Mary a lot, but they said the book was the best thing that they've listened to / read this year.
I agree.
The book being fantastic.
Yeah, the book's awesome.
Now, when we're talking about you can't listen to a book on tape if you can't hear the book on tape. That's
Did you
kind
say
of what we're
tape?
talking
Are
about.
we listening to
I
tape
know,
still, Andy?
Okay, audiobooks. You're right. I reverted to
What year was it
the
there?
term that I was familiar with.
Maybe
but
in
yes.
1995.
Audiobooks
85.
have a key component, and that's the audio. And since we're talking about...
Way to push through, buddy.
Hey,
I'm proud of you.
see, what you do is you deny you ever made a mistake, and then you insist that everybody else is wrong. And it seems
but
to
that's
work
right.
really well.
I get what you're saying, right? So if you have your device and you're trying to listen to Audible, right, and it's going to be hard because if you have a hearing loss, you're not going to be able to hear everything that they're saying. In fact, if you haven't jumped in on this kind of audiobook scene, it's pretty awesome to be able to get on like an Audible or there's a bunch of other ways to do it. It might be because you have a hearing loss. Right? You try to listen to him, like, I can't get into it.
If the people standing next to you can hear your headphones more clear than you might have hearing loss.
That's right. That's right. That's your home test. There, we found another one. There's a lot of different ones.
There's a lot of different ones. And then you should come in and get the actual professional test done, and now's the time to do it because you can do it for free.
Yeah, free hearing evaluations. Again, we do this because we recognize that like no one's sitting around their house going, I just can't wait until I get old enough to get my hearing evaluated. Like it's just not.
You're right. That is not one of the milestones that people look forward to, like getting their driver's license
right. Because the real stigma around hearing aids is that it kind of dates back to like the 90s and 80s. If I have a hearing aid, that means I'm old. Right? That's not reality anymore. Yes, it used to be that hearing loss was primarily associated with aging. Hearing loss is now associated with noise exposure. So what I would say is hearing loss is more indicative of living a
well-lived life
or fun life than it is that you're getting old. If you went to a lot of concerts, you work where it's noisy, you have your earbuds in constantly, you work in radio, right?
Yep.
All of those things. What's that? All of those things are going to lead to a hearing loss, and that's okay. That just means you're living life, and there's great ways for us to help you now, so that you can still enjoy your life the way that you did 20 years ago, and enjoy the time with your family, all connected to your cell phone, so you can enjoy the audiobooks. I brought back audiobooks that you want to listen to.
Or plus phone calls, or you can hook it to your TV. You can go see a play at Hale Center Theater and connect to what's called the T-Coil. Is that right?
Yeah, T-Coil.
And I mean, the technology is just off the charts compared to what it used to be, and it only keeps getting better.
Yeah, and you get that same T-Coil in the theaters. If you want to go to the theater, I know that in Megaplex you just ask for a little necklace thing that wears around. I've done this. It just streams right to your hearing aids, and it's actually kind of, for me, it was a better experience because sometimes you get a lot of the dialogue that's lost in the in all the background audio. That dialogue was going right into my ears. I'm like, oh my gosh, I should watch Tenet just like this.
And maybe you'd actually understand the actual words in it.
Oh, probably not. I mean, that's a hard one. Sorry.
That is a hard one.
Well, to get this free hearing evaluation and the chance to try the hearing aids risk-free for 30 days, and then when you complete the 30-day risk-free trial, Matt's thrown in a couple of movie tickets. You have to call during the movie show. We only got 40 minutes left. 801-701-1629. That's 801-701-1629.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. Plus, get a free base with select mattress purchases. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The sounds of summer. They're great until they're not. Luckily, AutoZone has free battery testing and charging
Let me check that for you.
to help make a rough moment smooth. Don't miss the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone. Free products with select deals until July 27th. And free services every day. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
Get your yard ready with Rich Lawn. Spring is here, and it's time to bring your lawn back to life. Start with Rich Lawn Turf Food, an organic-based fertilizer that feeds your soil and keeps your grass greener, longer. Looking for professional-grade results? Organic 100 delivers the nutrients your lawn needs to thrive. And for the finishing touches, Rich Lawn has you covered with Iron Rich for yellowing lawns, Easy Green Grass Seed, and Grow Rich Garden Fertilizer. Put in the work, trust Rich Lawn, and enjoy a yard you'll be proud of. Available at Home Depot and independent garden centers.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
It's The Movie Show streaming reviews on KSL News Radio.
All right. The Movie Show. Just a reminder, we are on TikTok now. Right now, our handle is The Movie Show KSL. You can get us there. That's where we do the Movie Show Overflow after the show is over. We're going to try to get even more like cool content that's movie show related.
It's our and more of the show.
It is. All this and more includes our TikTok, The Movie Show KSL. We're also on Instagram, KSL Movie Show. And, of course, a lot of you already follow us on Facebook, KSL Movie Show. We'll put our question of the week on Facebook every week, too. And it's fun to watch listeners be able to interact with each other about the different movies that are their favorites or whatever our movie show question of the week is. We actually had somebody text in that their favorite movie this year, Pressure, because they're a weather nerd. Let's see, another vote for Solo Mio. What was the one that, one listener says Masters of the Universe by far.
Okay.
All right. Michael, best movie, so much talent, and when Jafar performs, I feel like I'm at a Michael Jackson concert.
I agree.
Not wrong about that. You saw Michael twice, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so that's another one to give a heads up. When a movie critic goes to see something twice in the theater, then they know it is good. Nancy says, this isn't very highbrow, but we loved Sheep Detectives.
Yeah.
Nancy, you don't have to apologize.
Yeah, we're critics, and we loved it.
And Amy texted in, and I am so glad she did, and reminded me of this one, Stand Out, the Ben Care story. I loved that documentary.
Okay.
Did you get a chance to watch it? Okay.
Yeah, I haven't done my top 5 documentaries yet because I usually put those in a different category. Yeah.
Okay. This is not a critic's movie, says this listener. But as an arcade fan, I had fun watching Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh, I loved Mortal Kombat 2. So much fun.
So you're right. It's not a Critics' Choice movie, but that doesn't mean it's not your favorite. So I'm glad that you mentioned that. You also texted, I'm looking through the past text, they were looking forward to Mortal Kombat 2. I think when we asked what... no, that is today. That is from today.
Yeah.
Okay, they were saying which month was their favorite one each time. Awesome. Okay, well, we do have some more things to review really quick, including the series on Prime Video that is a prequel to the Legally Blonde movies. It is called Elle.
We have something important we want to talk to you about.
Elle, we're moving to Seattle.
No, it doesn't sound right. I'm Elle. I like iced coffee the month of July.
LA. Yeah, that explains it.
I don't feel like I really speak the same language as anyone here.
Well, have you tried learning their language?
What do you mean?
Get fluent in Seattle.
This 8-episode Legally Blonde prequel rewinds to 1995 when teenage Elle Woods is uprooted from sunny Beverly Hills and she goes to high school in Seattle. That is a huge change for somebody that's used
Massive
to LA,
change.
right?
Especially in the mid-90s.
Exactly. And I have to tell you that Lexi Mindtree, she takes the role that Reese Witherspoon iconically played as Elle Woods, and I have to say I really thought she hit it right on the nose. I did not think that I was going to like this as much as I did. I'm like, okay, I'll watch an episode. I'll watch maybe 2 episodes. I watched all of the episodes yesterday.
Yes.
I got sucked into it. And I want to tell you, so she's now in high school. There's a lot of things that go on. It reminded me a little bit of, yes, you've got Legally Blonde. So it's like 100%
Because it has to be.
Right? But then then you get sprinkled on there like a little bit of 90210. There's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of Saturday Night Lights in there because you've got some
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights. I mean Saturday. Yeah. Friday Night Lights
Saturday
is in
Night
there.
Live.
Saturday
Friday
Night
Night
Live.
Lights.
You're just helping me all over the place today. I'm
I do
already
what I
checked
can.
out because it's
I'm
a
in my
holiday.
I'm in my
right?
dad uniform, so I'm playing dad on the show.
So you'll notice that there is sprinkled in some of those shows from the 90s and early 2000s that you
Lots
loved
of
so
references
much.
to days.
So many. But I do want to say that one of the shows from that time starring James Van Der Beek, it also reminds me of that show. Do you remember this show?
Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's
I never
Creek.
watched it, but I
So
knew it was
there
on.
is a little bit of that drama, but he comes in, he plays the school superintendent, and this was actually...
Who's running for mayor?
He's running for mayor, and there is some, I'm not going to give you the spoilers, but there's some drama there. But this was actually his last performance before he passed away in February of this year. So if you miss him and you want it, he was so good, I have to tell you. I did not expect the twist from his character in this show.
I'm not that far yet.
There's a twist.
Oh my!
It's going to want to keep you going.
Well, I'm already wanting to keep going. I watched episodes this morning because I've enjoyed watching it so much. And now my wife was a huge fan of the Legally Blonde movies. It's the only one of the very few movies I've ever been with her where she actually laughs out loud at. And so we've been waiting for Legally Blonde 3 because she never comes with me to a lot of these screenings. But that's one she's already told the kids, like, nope, I'm going to that one. And it keeps getting pushed off. So now we have this this prequel series. And I was with you. I mean, Reese Witherspoon was the character. That's why they built the second one, is because she was so likable and so did it so well in the first one that they came up with a sequel. And so having a show set where you couldn't have Reese Witherspoon playing her, that's the big question mark.
I didn't know if I was going to like it.
And Lexi Mindtree, I'll admit, it took me an episode or two to kind of get the vibe from Lexi, but wow, she is great. She's got a kind of an Anna Faris type. It took me 3 episodes to figure out who does she remind me of. Anna Faris, like a younger Anna Faris.
Yes.
But it's so great. I loved that she's still got her pink fish out of water among the gloomy plaid flannel wearing grunge listening classmates. Everything you like colors. There's definitely color
there's
contrast.
so much color.
But it grew on me. I loved the high school soap opera I was witnessing, and it's a surprisingly enjoyable show, even from a guy's perspective. And the show's got heart, just like the character. That's what they had to get right for it to truly be a Legally Blonde movie, is that you had to get the show having character and the main character having character, because that's what we liked about Elle. She looks like a Vapid Valley girl. There's even a Valley Girl joke in one of the episodes.
There
She's
is.
like, I only go to the Valley for discounts on. But it had to get that part right. It did. And it's got a surprisingly tame TV-14 rating.
It
which
is.
I think makes it even more accessible.
It is. And I think you could watch this together with your teenager and you're both going to have fun. And I do want to give this away too, because I want to pull you in a little bit more. We find out how she gets Bruiser, and I love Bruiser so much. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And Tom Everett Scott plays her dad, and he is actually one of my favorite actors that is not in a lot of things. He's in That Thing You Do.
Yes.
And he plays
I
her
am
dad.
Spartacus.
And he does such a good job at playing her dad.
And I
love
love
his
her
character.
mom, the actress
Oh, yeah.
June Diane Raphael.
Yes.
I've just loved her in everything, and she reminds me of my neighbor that I really like, so it helps with that too. But at any rate, it's worth it. Elle, I gave it a B+.
I gave this one a solid B for me.
A solid B. Wow, I went higher than you on a couple of
Yeah.
these. I'm a little surprised. But all right, that is Elle on Prime Video. Let's take a break now for news, traffic, and weather. We've still got telephone torture in our next segment, and I'll tell you about X-Men 97.
Good afternoon. It's now 12:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Tammy Kikuchi, KSL's top local story this hour. A study from the American Journal of Preventive Medicine finds Utah's lowered blood alcohol limit has led to a third fewer crashes. The study compared Utah to 6 surrounding states. Most other states have either increased in deaths or plateaued. Of the 8,000 alcohol-related fatal crashes shared, Utah had only 9% of them. Our top story from ABC News. Iran is laying to rest its former supreme leader. State media says funeral ceremonies and processions officially start tomorrow and last till Thursday.
Ali Khamenei's funeral coming more than 4 months after he was killed in strikes launched by the US and Israel. Millions of mourners are expected to partake in the event over 6 days, stretching across 5 cities, with some estimates saying 15 to 20 million people could attend.
ABC News foreign correspondent Britt Clennett. The Justice Department is putting out a call to all state attorneys general to look for evidence of price gouging in gasoline.
Oil prices have fallen more than a third since their peak in May, but gas prices have only dropped by about 15%. President Trump has called it price gouging, and now at his direction, the Justice Department says it and the FTC are investigating. Industry analysts say gas prices lag behind oil prices, while summertime demand, gasoline inventories, and refining capacity also impact the price at the pump.
ABC News national correspondent Stephen Portnoy. Coming up, we'll have a look at the weather, which is a lot of the 90s. KSL News Time, 12:32.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
The movie show broadcasting live today from My Hearing Centers, and you've only got about a half an hour left to take advantage of this great offer from My Hearing Centers to get a free hearing evaluation and a free hearing test. Then, if you have any hearing loss, Matt says they're going to throw in a free 30-day risk-free trial of the latest in hearing aid technology. If you complete that 30-day risk-free trial, then they top it off even more because we're on the movie show with a free set of movie tickets. Matt, did I miss anything in that offer? You think I got it all?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I was running down the hallway, so I didn't hear all of it.
Cover for you.
I apprate that. I'm going to be honest.
Like, no, I got all
so
the
I'll
stuff.
I'll say yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, guys. The other thing I said was... No. But as we've been talking with you about the things today, one of the questions that people usually ask me when they're asking, like a lot of times I'm like, okay, I heard the movie show at My Hearing Centers. Okay, give me the real scoop. I'm like, no, the real scoop is literally what Matt was saying. Like, yeah, but are they super expensive, Matt?
You know, what we're going to be able to do is, sorry, let me answer. I think that they're super valuable and people could perceive them as expensive if they're paying 100% out of pocket, yes.
But you guys are cool.
Well, thank you.
So you try to help people not have to pay 100% out of pocket.
The reality is we're going to work with your insurance companies. We're going to work with third-party payers. We're going to work with discount programs. We're going to work with financing if necessary. We're going to try to find a way to make sure that you can get into hearing aids because they're valuable. And again, we're going to do something that's very unique. We're going to give you 30 days risk-free to try them to make sure you're going to be happy.
That's the part that I usually tell them. I said, well, regardless of what they cost, they're letting you try them out free for 30 days. So if you don't like them, you don't have any obligation to purchase them.
That's exactly right. So come in, try the hearing aids. That's really the wow factor, right? If there's anything, we can talk about it over the radio. We can even do a test and show you during the test like how you'd hear differently. It's when you get in front of your grandkids and you're having a conversation with your granddaughter that you have never really been able to talk to, right? It's when you're cooking with your kids in the kitchen and having a conversation and realizing like I'm not making the effort that I had to make usually. I'm actually enjoying this.
What if it's sitting out on your porch and hearing the birds chirp?
Yeah.
The little things that you probably forgot you didn't hear anymore.
Going on a hike and be like, oh wow, I can hear the water. I can hear the river, the stream. I can hear the birds. I can hear the leaves rustling in the trees. It's that kind of stuff that makes it valuable, right?
Making me tear up. I want somebody to hear all these things.
We do too. So if you know anybody, have them give us a call. That's what sets you on the path. Free hearing evaluation, and then go try it. And again, if you don't like it, if you don't like hearing all those things, that's fine.
And you can walk away.
We're still going to give you the tickets to go see some movies.
All right. The number 801-701-1629. That's 801-701-1629.
Get ready for bigger action, faster rides, and edge of your seat thrills. The Ute Stampede Rodeo and Extreme Bulls returning to Utah, July 8th through 11th. See elite athletes compete in PRCA rodeo showmanship with some of sport's biggest payouts. Buckle up for Extreme Bulls, delivering Utah's ultimate showdown. New dates, bigger crowds, limited tickets. Don't miss it. Secure yours now at UtestampedeRodeo.com. That's UtestampedeRodeo.com.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. There's a crash Riverdale Road westbound, and there's a fire still has the road closed near Beaver on SR 153 eastbound. Also, both directions of SR 211 in San Juan County closed due to fire. The Good Feet store, supporting you with comfort no matter what the day brings. Find the location closest to you at thegoodfeet.com. Forecast for the Wasatch Front. The temperature's going to rise into the upper 90s by Sunday, and there could be some mountain pop-up showers. Currently downtown, 86 degrees under partly cloudy skies. I'm Tammy Kikuchi, KSL News Radio, 102.7 FM, 1160 AM, and KSLNewsRadio.com, Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
The KSL Movie Show. Telephone torture.
Okay, it's time for telephone torture and our prize. We have two prizes this week because we're feeling generous on a holiday weekend. So whoever texts us the correct answer first is going to win a 4-pack of tickets to the preview screening of the live-action Moana Wednesday, July 8th at 7 p.m. at Megaplex Jordan Commons. And the second person who texts us the correct answer is not going to walk away empty-handed. They will win an American Revolution DVD set. This is the documentary Ken Burns did, the 6-part, 2-hour each. I mean, you're getting a lot of amazing content from Ken Burns that aired on PBS. We'll give you the DVD set for the runner-up. The theme is a monster movie. The rules are the following. You have to text 57500 with the name of the movie. We've already got people sending in guesses. Good. I like your enthusiasm. I will tell you that until we read the first clue, we won't take any of the correct answers, just so you know. But, hey, I just realized something.
It's okay. We can figure it out.
Okay. But it is a monster movie, and we're going to give out 3 clues. When you know the answer, you text us at 57500 with the correct answer. All right. Here we go.
Question number 1. Are you ready?
Yes.
This monster has a best friend that is not a monster.
Okay. In this monster movie, the monster has a best friend that's not a monster. That is clue number 1. Clue number 2. This movie contains monsters, and it was made by DreamWorks.
Ooh, made by DreamWorks.
Okay. Actually, let me double check that. I might have that wrong.
You might need to tell us. Oh, man, it's a Friday.
Okay, it was. Okay. Good clue. No, because, anyway.
All right. Clue number 3. This monster movie has Seth Rogen as the main monster. If you don't get it now, then...
Yeah, and since we were talking about Legally Blonde, if you remember who plays the original Legally Blonde, she was also a voice in this monster movie. All right.
She plays the best friend.
We've had a lot of guesses of Monsters, Inc.
So close, but no.
No. Monsters, Inc. was also Pixar. DreamWorks.
Are we sure? Do we need to look that up?
Yeah, no, because originally I was wondering when we watched Minions and Monsters if we were going to see a cameo from a character in this movie, because I was thinking it wasn't DreamWorks, that it was Illumination.
Yes.
That did this movie that is our telephone torture.
It has such a good cast.
It It was. My kids loved this one, and they just sort of forgot about it. All right. We do have some people with correct answers.
Oh.
And we've got our first winner. Okay, just remember, by the way, if you get... Oh, here's a great guess from Mally, How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, I love that show.
I could never call Toothless a monster.
No, he is not a monster. But he
But
is.
that is a good guess. That is a good guess. Another guess from Jeff, Teen Wolf. I like it. I like the thinking outside the box.
Yeah, he has a best friend that is not a monster. Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got our winners, and we will be notifying you. So just so you know, if you send in the correct answer, which is what, by the way, Val?
Monsters versus Aliens.
The 2009 movie Monsters vs. Aliens.
Seth Rogen, Reese Witherspoon, Paul Rudd, Rainn Wilson. I mean, just
Oh, gosh,
that
I forgot
cast.
about all of those. Boy, DreamWorks had a group of hits there. They had Megamind. They had Monsters vs. Aliens.
Megamind was so
What's
good.
the last DreamWorks animated movie we've gotten?
Gosh,
Has
I
it been a
don't-
while?
Yeah, I don't even know.
I got to look that up on the internet. What
interwebs.
is the Hi, Google. How are you? My friend Val and I want to know what is the latest DreamWorks
Putting this into AI.
animated
And remember, the
movie?
winner of this with the first person that told us Monsters versus
Bad Guys
Aliens.
2.
Oh, Bad Guys 2. You actually get a 4-pack of tickets to the pre-screening of Moana. You get to see it on July 8th before it comes out.
Yes. So we are getting the winner right now. We'll congratulate them. Now, I need to tell you before we go to break, we have another series on streaming. Yeah, thank you for putting up with our
Shenanigans.
jumbled trilophone torture this week. It's a holiday weekend. What can I say? What can I say?
I think it's the shirt, which is too
you
much
know,
fun.
I'm too relaxed.
It's too
and
much
not
fun.
focused enough. That's it.
No
Going
more
back
being
into-
fun for you.
I'm going into dad on vacation with the kids mode as opposed
There
to
you
just
go.
dad on vacation mode because
It's
there
a
is
lot
a
of fun,
difference.
though. It's
you
a lot
gotta
of fun.
focus when you take the kids on vacation and you got to yell at it. No. Okay. So we have the series X-Men 97 season 2. This is on Disney Plus, and if you'll recall, 2 years ago we got a sequel. It's called X-Men 97 because those of you who remember, there was an X-Men animated series that aired on Fox from about 1992 to 1996, 1997, and it became very popular. It was one of the things that helped propel the X-Men into. I mean, it's always been a really popular franchise, but this really helped more of a group than just comic book readers become big fans. So when Disney Plus decided they were going to do a sequel series, and Bo Mayo headed it up. I think he's a Brazilian, but then we saw it, and it was speaking as somebody who's been obviously a comic book fan my whole
Nerd.
life. And particularly an X-Men fan, that's when I collected the comics. I remember recording all the X-Men animated series on VHS so that I would have them, and I would try to get them in order. And if I missed one, I was like, okay, I got to record it on a separate tape so that I can get the next one here. Like, that's how committed I was to this. Because, thank you. So when the series came out and it had been, 25 years plus, almost 30 years, I wasn't sure what I was going to make of it. And it was so good. And they did what the Marvel Cinematic Universe has done so well. They've taken storylines that were really epic over the course of multiple issues and things, and they found a way to condense it so you can get it into one, sometimes 2 episodes, but you're not. They get the DNA of the stuff right. So for the nerds, X-Men 97 Season 2, it picks up right where Season 1 ended. The big bad of this season is Apocalypse.
Oh.
Much better than the movie version Apocalypse.
I might have to jump in. How's the animation?
It's excellent. They stick with the style, but with more crisp lines and obviously some computer-aided stuff in it. But they keep the look. And they've split them into 2 teams because at the end of what happened in the last season, they end up time traveling. So there's one group 1,000 years in the past taking on Apocalypse when he's brand new, and there's one that jumps like 1,000 years into the future that's taking on Apocalypse when he's at his peak. And now they only screened 4 episodes for the critics. There's going to be, I think, 8 to 10. And they're weekly drops, but 3 episodes dropped this week. And so I've only seen one more than anybody else who didn't watch it when it came out.
But it's
So
still one
good.
more. You're still better.
Yeah. Take that, everybody else. But if you loved the season 1, you're going to love season 2. Eric Cabrera at KSL, I was like, dude, I can't wait till you get a chance to see this because he and I are both big fans of this. So for the nerds, X-Men 97, they continue the greatness. I've heard it's getting renewed for season 3. They did fire Bo Mayo.
Oh.
I don't know if that will affect the quality. These are still episodes that he helped write and get ready. but he's no longer part of the show, so that this might be the last good set. I don't know. We'll see. That's X-Men 97. All right, congratulations to our winner, Richard from Alpine. He has won the Moana tickets to see it next Wednesday, July 8th at 7 p.m. at Megaplex and Jordan Commons. And just a reminder to set sail this summer with Disney's new live-action Moana. It's rated PG, only in theaters on July 10th. And experience it in IMAX. You can get tickets already. Our thanks to Disney for giving us those bonus seats. Yes. Okay. Still to come on the movie show, we have the movie show top 10. Plus, we'll read some more of your favorite movies from 2026 as we recap it on this holiday, July 4th weekend. We're broadcasting live today from My Hearing Centers in Sandy, and that's it. Clock's running out. Matt.
TikTok.
You were kind enough on a day that a lot of people have off from work. You're here so that people will get this chance to get their hearing tested for free. I know we've talked before, the percentage of people who are experiencing hearing loss versus the number who actually do something about it, it's a big number. That there's a difference. That there's, what is it, 1 in 5?
1 in 5. 1 in 5 people that have a hearing loss actually get it treated. And so if you think about it, there's 4 people out there that you know right now that are experiencing their life with a little bit less sound,
and they can get it. They can start the process of getting it fixed for free, and they don't even realize it.
Well, that might be part of it. I think part of it's also there's we talked about the denial, right? There's the stigma. There's the cost. We've kind of addressed a lot of these things.
You know, Egypt's playing in the World Cup right now. Denial is not just a river there.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, I'm wearing dad costume. I got to say dad things.
Somebody shut him off.
I don't even know where I was getting at. I completely lost train of thought.
Congratulations to me.
You did it.
No,
you did it.
But you said denial is one of the reasons that people don't often
right,
get.
but those are all the reasons why, yeah, I gave a list. Those are all the reasons why people are waiting to do something with their hearing loss. That's why we try to make it simple, right? Very simple. Quick phone call, free hearing evaluation, risk-free 30-day trial, discounts on the hearing aids if you decide to keep them, plus some movie tickets. There's really no reason why. We're trying to pare down all those barriers. If you get in, you listen, you put the hearing aids on, you're like, I don't like these. We have other options. We could exchange.
Okay.
We could take that set and exchange for something different. We're going to find something you're going to be happy with, that you're going to love, and we're going to help you or your loved one be able to experience those life moments again. There's really no obligation to start. Just give us the phone call.
Matt, you've had some times where people actually finally realize what they're missing that they didn't realize they were missing. What are those moments like?
You know, they're fun for us. It's kind of the reward, I think, that the audiologist or the provider gets in the office. You know, when the patient comes in and says X happened, right? Some of my favorites have been, Mom never listened to music. She's listening to music now, right? There's things like, I really want to do this because my grandbaby was just being born. I want to be able to hear everything, right? And then there's like the funnier ones where it's like we were going to get a divorce.
Oh, wow.
Like, maybe that's not funny. It was funny in the moment because they were kind of joking about it. But like,
because they're saying we're not getting a divorce
but
now
like
because
we were
can
close.
communicate
Like we were
again.
close, but like this got us back together, got us reignited. Like that kind of stuff. Like it's cool, and that's why it's so important. Is because what is it? Being able to see connects you to things. Being able to hear connects you to people.
Ooh,
I like that.
Yeah, you can attribute that to Helen Keller.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So it's paraphrasing. You'll go look up the quote. I know I didn't say it right, but that's the idea. Is like you want to be able to be connected to people, right? And that's what we're trying to do.
All right, you still got 10 minutes to call and make that appointment for you or a loved one with My Hearing Centers. 801-701-1629. 801-701-1629. Matt, happy 4th of July weekend. America's 250.
Yeah, happy Independence
Thanks
Day
for
to
having us
everybody.
here today.
Be safe, have fun, and enjoy
Give you
the
a call.
holiday. Yeah, we'll get that too. That'd be nice if you need to.
801-701-1629.
If you've saved more than $300,000, there's one thing you can do now that can make your savings go twice as far in retirement, and it's tax planning. That's right. Tax planning could significantly reduce the taxes on your IRA and 401k withdrawals, Social Security benefits, and other investment income. Find out how much money you could save with a free retirement tax savings analysis from the good people at Boss Retirement Solutions. To schedule your free analysis, call 801-896-9622. Tax planning for retirement could reduce your taxes not just for 1 year, but for the rest of your life. And the savings could be six figures. Let's find out how much money you could save. Call 801-896-9622. 801-896-9622.
For informational purposes only, actual results may vary. No statement contained herein shall constitute tax, legal, or investment advice. Advisory services offered through Boss Retirement Advisors, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Insurance products and services offered through Boss Retirement Solutions.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to My Computer Career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
It's amazing how much can change for the better in just 4 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. What if everything felt different 4 weeks from now? Well, that's what happens when you start your Soda diet and nutrition plan with a nutritionist from Soda. In 4 weeks, you could lose up to 25 pounds and never get it back because they'll teach you what to do and how to keep it off.
And here's one even better, Andy. What if those 4 weeks were free?
Oh, my. Now you're talking.
If you call 866-800-SODA, S-O-T-A, or just go online to sodadietandnutrition.com, mention KSL, you can get 4 weeks for free.
You'll work one-on-one with a degreed nutritionist who'll guide you every step of the way. You'll learn what works for your body. And here's the best part. No injections, no pills, no ongoing prescription cost.
Because at Soda, they believe that weight loss should be temporary, but results should be permanent, and they are.
So call 866-800-SODA to talk with a degreed nutritionist or go to SOTA, S-O-T-A, dietandnutrition.com because Amanda, Soda is, say it with me,
state of the art.
KSL Broadcast Group contests are open to participants 18 years of age and older that are residents of Utah, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest may not enter. Persons who have won in the last 30, 60, or 90 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available at kslnewsradio.com/contests.
10, 9. The KSL Movie Show. Top 10.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, it's the Movie Show Top 10, sponsored by Call Climate Services. From repair to replacement and installation, callclimate.com. Okay, top 10 movies of the past week at the box office, plus what Val and I thought of each one, and whether you should go see it. I mean, you have a lot of time. This is the ideal way for a 4th of July weekend. 4th on a Saturday, which means you've got Friday off because they got to give you the day off from work for one of the days of the week. So now you have, today keeps feeling, I keep thinking we have 4th of July things tonight.
Right.
It's not till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the best.
Your
you get
shirt
a day
says
off
today.
Right. Today feels like the 4th of July as far as with you don't have any lots of obligations, and then you still have 2 more days off after that. Yeah, so this is the best. So you got time to go see movies. Number 10, still in the top 10, but unqualified disappointment for what I'm sure Disney and Lucasfilm were hoping for. Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and Grogu. $176 million domestic in 6 weeks. Another 2 last week, but it's only good for number 10.
Yeah, I thought it was fun, but I can see why it's number 10.
But your husband loved it.
He loved it, absolutely.
And he's not a huge Star Wars guy.
No.
So that should be worth something. Number 9, one of our listeners said it's their favorite movie this year, Masters of the Universe, $63 million in 4 weeks. Box office analysts say this one is kind of a disaster.
Yeah, it
as
was
far as
fun.
what they were hoping it would make and what it cost. Yeah. Number 8, Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War, The Calamity. I can pretty much guarantee you that's anime.
It is. Bleach
And
is anime.
With a title that long. It's $3 million in its first week.
Wow.
Number 7, we neither one of us saw it. Number 7 is Scary Movie. Number 7, Scary Movie 7. It's actually just called Scary Movie, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you dare say 7 because
Don't
then
you
they
dare.
got mad at us. $105 million in 4 weeks. That's a success, but it's down to number 7. I thought I've only noticed people who like the series already liked it, but I was just like, don't. If you haven't seen the series,
I don't care.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Number 6, Backrooms. Again, it's going to get a bump with this new Backrooms.
I think it's going to go to number 3 or 4.
Yeah, Backrooms, Everything Must Go. It's still going to count as the same thing, I believe. Number 5, Disclosure Day. We've had a few votes for that as their favorite movie
I'm
of the
surprised
year.
it's at number 5. I thought it would be lower because of all the controversy.
$98 million in 3 weeks. What controversy?
Just that it's so bad.
Oh, that's the controversy. It did make $8 million, though, over the last weekend. Number 4, Jackass, best and last, $11 million in its first week. We did not see that one.
No.
I don't know.
I don't need to.
I don't know if
ever.
people outside of the Jackass fan base went and
Yeah.
saw that either, but I don't know. There's a new generation of kids that are
That wanna
into
see
weird and
people
dumb
hurt
things.
all the
yeah,
time?
so they might
Okay.
be sustaining it. Number 3, one of the biggest successes of the year, Obsession.
It is stuck there.
$238 million in 7 weeks.
Yeah. Wow. I don't think anybody saw that coming.
There is no way they saw it being number 3 going into the
And
4th
I
of
thought
July
it was
weekend.
super interesting. So it's a horror film that I think you should see if you like horror.
Number 2, Supergirl, $47 million in its first week. It was good for number 2, and it probably wasn't going to beat Toy Story no matter what.
Yeah, no.
But what they're saying is the numbers that are tracking and the rankings, the Rotten Tomatoes score,
Yeah.
means it's probably not going to be profitable.
Yeah, I think it's going to go down in this list
It's
very
a solid
soon.
movie, though, but maybe expectations is what's
It just
killing
doesn't have the hype that it should, I think.
Yeah, everybody's acting like it's the worst thing ever made. It's not.
It's not.
It's just maybe not as good as you'd hoped. And then number 1, my favorite movie of the year by a hairnail, Toy Story 5.
Snaps. I'm giving it some snaps.
71 million over the last weekend.
Yeah.
And it's going to battle with Minions for number 1 this
I think
weekend.
Minions will be number 1 for probably 2 weeks, and then Toy Story is going to go back up.
All right. We have our telephone torture winners. We mentioned Richard from Alpine won the Moana tickets, and we want to congratulate James from American Fork. He won the American Revolution on DVD. What a great weekend to win the American Revolution on DVD. Our big movie of the week was Minions and Monsters. I gave it a B. What did I give it?
You gave it.
I gave it a B something. I gave it an A for
Yeah, I was going to
kids
say you gave
and
it
B
an A.
minus for grown-ups.
Yes, and I gave it, I think, a solid B. And I do want to say right before we go, we didn't talk about the new Spidey trailer. If you have not seen it, go see it and watch it at least 6 times so we can get it up to the numbers because it's looking pretty low on the numbers. No,
I'm not going to
it's
see it
not.
because we're within a month of it coming out.
I know. It hit 1 billion views. 1 billion with a B.
Views. Young Washington, though, we do highly recommend. If that was one you're excited about, you have reason to be excited
Go
about
to the
it.
theater and see it so they'll make more movies like that.
Exactly, because we need the sequel. We don't know what happens to Washington after the
1776.
French and Indian War. 1776.
I know. That's in my mind.
We also liked Elle, the series on
Yes.
Prime Video. Enola 3, Enola Holmes 3.
Sure.
If you like the first 2, watch the third. It's on Netflix, so you can bail anytime you want. Okay, next week, Val, after this holiday weekend where everybody hangs out, I'm just trying to check really quick. What have we got next week? Next week is Moana.
Moana.
And what else is coming out with
The
it?
Invite.
Evil Dead Burn.
Sure.
Some people are going to like that. And there's a lot of movies coming out next week, but only a couple of them. And then Little House on the Prairie next
You have
Thursday.
been waiting
I
for
have
this.
been waiting for this. Have a great, wonderful Independence Day, everybody. We'll catch you next week.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon. It is 1 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Tammy Kikuchi. KSL's top local story. Multiple appeals filed by the defense team of Charlie Kirk's accused killer were denied, including an attempt to ban cameras from the courtroom. KSL News Radio's Reagan Edelman reports.
A Utah judge says electronic media like microphones and cameras are still allowed at Tyler Robinson's preliminary hearing. His defense team had argued that media coverage would jeopardize a fair trial, and they asked that the next court date be postponed until another judge reviewed the decision. But Utah's high court denied that appeal today and said they would proceed as planned. Robinson's team had also asked the court to compel his former roommate to attend the hearing. Lance Twiggs will appear in a video interview with the prosecution, and the defense wanted the chance for cross-examination, but a judge denied that today as well and said for the sake of a preliminary hearing, that recording was enough. Reagan Edelman, KSL News Radio.
That preliminary hearing is set to begin on Monday. Fighters from Hill Air Force Base and a tanker from Utah National Guard will be flying over several Utah cities and towns Saturday. Details from Don Brinkerhoff.
The F-35 Lightning IIs are planning to take off from Hill at about 8:30 in the morning. They'll head south to Provo before turning east and heading out to Vernal. After that, they'll head south to central Utah before turning back north and flying over to Willa. F-35 pilot Lieutenant A.J. Arteaga says in all they'll be in the air for about 3 hours.
You can find a complete list of cities and times on our website and social media accounts. Coming up, we're going to have a look at the weather, which is going to be hot for a good run. KSL News Time is 101.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Let's face it, it's time to give your finances a serious glow up. Hi, I'm Susan Spears, a certified public accountant and host of the all-new podcast, Talk to Your CPA. Think of this as your ultimate money guide, packed with actionable tips for every stage of life. Starting a family, college, a business, retirement. We'll cover it all and call on a deep bench of money experts to share their best strategies. And when I switch into CPA mode, we'll cut through the jargon to uncover hidden tax breaks or financial nuggets that might work for you, like special deductions for tax earners, tax wins at age 65, and benefits when you buy a new car, or just how to stretch your dollar. The first episode drops soon, so subscribe to Talk to Your CPA on your favorite podcast platform today. Because true financial freedom isn't about ditching your daily latte. It's about uncovering hidden hacks to launch a financial glow-up that keeps on glowing.
Talk to Your CPA is proudly powered by the Utah Association of CPAs.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Well, the road closures forced by the fires, they're still in place. SR 153 and also SR 211 in San Juan County are closed to fire. Common Spirit Health, hospitals, clinics, and caregivers below human kindness. Forecast for the Wasatch Front, temperatures will be warm through the low 90s to upper 90s by Sunday, and there could be some mountain pop-up showers this afternoon. And then next week, more mountain thunderstorm chances on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Currently downtown, 88 degrees under partly cloudy skies. I'm Tammy Kikuchi, KSL News Radio, 102.7